My favorite things are cats and pink and unicorns and rainbows.
Her little voice is so precious. That really is what a 6-year-old should be thinking about. Not the one thing that's actually making her very sick. She was recently diagnosed with a very rare cancer.
And that diagnosis has left her and her mom with a lot of questions and uncertainty. Devin Haskins caught up with the two of them and has more on her story. Good morning, Devin.
Yeah, good morning, Layla. Just like most any 6-year-old girl, she's silly, full of personality, and a lot of questions, as a lot of kids are. Questions, though, her parents don't always have the answers for.
Can you trace those?
These days, the Reiter house is
Green, because it's a cantaloupe.
filled with questions.
Yeah, it's a cantaloupe.
That's not a cantaloupe.
Most coming by way of 6-year-old Layla.
Where's my hat?
That is not a hat.
Yes, it is.
She's the youngest of 3 daughters that keeps her parents on their toes.
Youngest, craziest.
She is.
And I got the craziness from my cat.
From your kitty? Not from me? Oh.
But it wasn't the cats
I have 60 million and 100 hats.
or the hats that led me to Layla's house. It was something else.
I don't know how she got it or why she got that.
Cancer, the selfish disease that doesn't pick sides or care whose body it invades.
No.
And when you're a parent that hears their child's diagnosis.
It's horrific. Yeah, your world shatters.
Layla's cancer was discovered after what should have been just a normal trip down a slippery slide over the summer. She went down stomach first.
And she came up to me afterwards and she said, "Mom, my stomach hurts." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I thought maybe she had fell on her belly or twisted something. And then she started throwing up. And she's never thrown up before.
I found Meowsy Meows.
An ultrasound revealed a mass in her lower pelvic area. The force of going down belly first had ruptured it.
Home.
That actually turned out to be a good thing.
They normally never catch this cancer early. It's always metastasized. It's always gotten too big and it's always gotten somewhere else.
Layla was diagnosed with a very rare cancer called CIC-DUX4 rearranged round cell sarcoma. Dr. Colette Lohan is a pediatric hematologist oncologist at Randall Children's Hospital.
It's a very rare type of cancer that is kind of fairly newly differentiated from what we used to call this combination of diseases that we would refer to as the Ewing's family.
The cancer invading Layla's body is so rare that her doctors have little information to go off of. It's seen more in males than females and also more present in those in their 20s to 40s.
But what we've learned from the last few decades of looking more closely at this is that this is a disease that behaves differently biologically and responds differently to treatment, although optimal treatment is still not well defined.
I have 569 toys.
For almost the last 2 months, Layla has been in and out of the hospital. Days filled with doctor's appointments, blood transfusions, and at least 8 chemo treatments.
These are the good days. These are our fun days, huh?
I first went to Layla's house 8 days before this coloring session.
Blue water.
This isn't her normally.
A couple days after she had received chemo.
The chemo days are the hard days.
Then my tummy hurts.
You want a drink of water? No?
I don't feel good.
You think you're gonna throw up? Yeah? All right.
Yep, let's do that. And just go ahead. You take it.
All right. Come on, baby. We have treatments that we have to stay in the hospital for 5 days straight and get chemo every day for 5 days. Those are very difficult. She's so sick that we have to carry her to the bathroom. It says to Layla's family.
Layla's not fighting this one alone. In fact, there are a lot of people in her corner. After asking on Facebook if people would send cards to Layla, she received more than 200 of them. Even the Camas Wash Eagles Fire Department is behind her, sending her a real helmet. The all-women crew holding signs that say, "You got this," and Layla's strong.
Where do you get to there?
Because Layla's going to need the strength for all the questions that she'll continue to ask.
Our treatment plan is for 6 months.
And then we'll be done.
And then might be done. But we don't know because some things change. And sometimes the plan changes. Okay?
but it would be out of my stomach by then.
Well, that's what we're hoping for, okay?
All right, so Layla's at the hospital this week as part of that 5-day chemo treatment you heard her mom say. Then later this month, she says doctors will do a PET scan, which they hope will show how big the mass is and see if it's spread at all. Then her mom also hopes to schedule surgery to remove a good portion of it or all of it.
Make sure you let us know how she's doing.
Yeah.
I know people out there watching, they're falling in love with Layla.
How did you know?
Those medical bills must be astronomical. What can people do to help?
Yeah, absolutely. So her mom set up a GoFundMe account if you'd like to help out. They have one up right now. There you can see the link for it. We will have that on our website, kgw.com, where you can just click in it and read more about updates on Layla's cancer fight.
Yeah, Layla is such a sweet girl. Much love to her. Devin, thank you so much for that story.